Hey boys, here's another book written by Margaret Wise Brown and illustrated by Jerry Pinkney. We've read a couple of those together now. This one is called At Home in the Barn. And it just has some luscious pictures for us. Here is the barn. Hear the wind rattle. Open the door and see all the cattle. In this picture, I can see 2 squirrels, a wheelbarrow, the front wheels of a tractor. Can you see the tractor? Keep looking. Maybe you'll have to find it the next time we read this together. So we open the door and see all the cattle. This is inside the barn. Outside in the cold, hear the wind rattle. Stay in the barn, keep warm with the cattle. So even the kitty cat came in to stay warm on this chilly day where the wind's blowing. The chickens came in. The field mice came creeping out of a hole from out of the field where they had lived all summer and all fall. The time had come for them to move out of their little grass nests in the field and into the big, warm barn. What all do you see in this picture? Certainly mice. Do you see some horses? I do. The breath of the horses rose like smoke in the cold air, and the winter wind told them it was time to move into the big, warm barn. Can you make the sound that a horse makes? In the big warm barn, all the animals were waking up slowly and hungrily, except for the mice in the hayloft who had been up all night and were just going to bed. High up in the rafters of the barn, the swallows began to chirp in their deep, warm nests of mud. Take a look at the birds. They build their nests out of mud. The swallowtails do anyways. Just as dawn broke, the bats came whizzing home, and the cats curled up for a snooze. Do you see the bats right there? So you know the word for a night animal is nocturnal. So bats are nocturnal because they go out at night to find their food. And do you remember what bats eat? Lots and lots of insects. So when the bats are coming home, the cat curled up for a little snooze. And this is outside the barn. Looks like a farmer. And there's a blue jay, the farm dog, and this says moo. A cow had a calf. Oh, and look, there's a blue jay in flight, getting ready to land. Winter Morn will be the name of the calf, said Jonathan the farmer as he rubbed down her silky little curly coat. Luckily, she was born in the barn and not in the open field. So we were right. A cow just gave birth to a calf. The proud bull Sahari was stomping in his stall. He had just been dreaming of another bull and was raring for a fight. Here in the barn, hear the wind rattle. Outside in the cold, the winter had come whistling in. Whoosh. Look at all that snow. The little fat pony who had been sleeping in his stall jumped up and scared all the little calves in the barn. And with so many animals all so close together in the barn, it was quite lovely and warm. Do you see over here how these little babies are sharing the water pail? And there's a pig and a goat and more goats and horses and cows. Oh, look, there's even a kitty cat way back there in the windowsill. Oh, and over here, there's the chickens. Outside in the wind, in the cold, we could hear the wind rattle. Come to the barn, keep warm with the cattle. Look at that kitty cat messing with the birds. That's a really pretty window for a barn. So the birds are outside in the trees that are covered in snow. And here all of our animal friends are snug and warm together in the barn. I see bluebirds, or perhaps those are the swallowtails who build their nests out of mud. And look, the chicken has babies, little chicks. The pig, the cows, there's sheep, horses. Here's the barn, hear the wind rattle. Open the door and see all the cattle. Have you been to a farm to see what it is this young man is doing? So let's look. The animal by the young man, the big one, is a cow with a baby calf standing underneath. And this young man has a bucket at his feet and he is milking the cow. The end.